Hey Lenny, how you doing? I just finishing getting set up. Sorry about that. Morning, how you doing? That's right, I was about to do something here. About to talk to Foxglove and see what happened. Oh, that's pretty cool.
My, what a lovely mortal he sent my way. Oh, such a silly man, that Phaedros. Does he truly think I can't tell one of you from another? But of course, you could even say we're quite close. After all, I granted him his greatest wish. And in return, he promised me a small piece of his sad, mortal life. Only now it seems he's trying to weasel out of the deal. It's a bit insulting, don't you think? Ugh, mortals. I should have known better than to trust him.
I was just trying to remember what I was doing, and then when I saw Foxglove standing there, and I was going, oh yeah, I was in the middle of that. At least I was actually in the middle of something, so I have something for sure I'm doing. I'm not going, what am I doing? Forgot what I was doing today.
Knowledge, of course. A lofty dream of saving Avalon by filling it with monstrous beings. On the one hand, it sounds delightful. On the other, it's a bit of a waste. You see, in my realm, mortals can live as long as we wish them to. A few adjustments here and there, and they can serve us indefinitely. Yet you mortals always believe that death is your escape. Even though we tell you time and again that a deal once made cannot be unmade. Phaedros thought it could work on Avalon too. He was only half right, which is why his results turned out rather beastly. Oh, my poor sweet thing. That's just how mortals are. They use, they lie, and they'll do anything to save their own skin. Now, don't fret. I don't blame you for falling for Phaedros' little ruse. In fact, how about we make a deal? How about I give you a little something, and you take it straight to his hidey hole? Then he can bear the consequences for trying to fool us both. What do you say? Well, for starters, you get to leave here with all your limbs just as they are. But I can sweeten the deal. What do you mortals crave? Gold, isn't it? Well, actually, I don't have any of that. How about a lovely trinket? I'll even enchant it to protect that thin, fragile skin of yours. Ugh, honestly, I can almost see your blood pulsing through. Ugh, it's disgusting.
Hey, how you doing?
Oh, wonderful. Here, take my eye. Bring it straight to Phaedros. And don't worry, I'll know when you're near. He'll be dealt with.
Hey, Jonah, glad you can make it. How you doing?
We'll be waiting. Now, run along, little mortal.
I'm doing alright. Doing better now that I had my coffee. Okay, so I think that quest just updated. Hey, Ski. Glad you can make it. How you doing? I actually just finished my conversation with Foxglove. Honestly, I was actually kind of curious to see how that was going to play out. I'm glad to hear you're doing well, Jono. About to play some Code Vein, but heard the notification. Nice. I'm glad you came. Thanks for coming to see me. I appreciate it. Yeah, I was kind of curious to see what happened, so I talked to her right away when I started the stream. Now, most of the time when I play games where I have choices and stuff like that, I don't really plan what I'm gonna do. I just kind of roll with it as it comes, and do what I think I should do in the moment. Oh, you guys made a deal with her too? I think that's another reason I didn't watch the you and Mike's playthroughs, because I didn't want that to influence how I play my game when I played it. You know, just want to go in fresh, and go in blind as it were, and figure things and make my own choices, not influenced by other things. So that's that too. Once I see the results, that will influence how I decide what I'm going to do next. So I like the surprise, then I can figure it out for myself. Yeah, yeah, John, I think you need some coffee and maybe a shower if that wakes you up. Yeah, that's good, because I don't like it when people tell me what's about to happen. No, it's early for Jono when I stream. It's early for Jono, and it's in the middle of most people's workday.
How could you? He was mine to punish, mine to torment. We had a deal.
I'm sorry, but Phaedros misled you. He belonged to the guild, which means his life and his services weren't his to give away.
What? That can't be true. I never saw any of his supposed masters with him.
That's because he escaped our supervision and has been hiding from us ever since. Any deals he made in that time are void, and the punishment for disobedience is death.
I see. You mortals are crueler than I thought. You. Did you know about this? Of course not. Just once I'd like to meet a mortal who's not completely useless. Reward? What reward? Phaedros is dead. The deal is off. I'm done dealing with mortals. With any luck, you'll all be dead in a century or so.
So, you're the one Phaedros dragged into his madness. Apologies for the mess. I'm in the middle of cleaning up. I'm Alma, the alchemist. Pleased to meet you. I won't deny I'd have preferred to meet under much more favorable circumstances. I feel a bit like I've been caught at the scene of a crime, which, in a sense, I have. Although, in my defense, if we're speaking of crimes, this one is twofold. Phaedros's reckless experiments had to be stopped. The guild warned him repeatedly that he was crossing the line. Unfortunately, yes. The rules of our guild are clear. Crossing the established boundaries results in consequences, and those consequences grow more severe with greater transgressions. It's not like he wasn't warned. He knew exactly what he was doing and the risks involved. Believe me, taking measures like this brings me no joy. But we can't keep constant control over everyone. There are certain acts that simply cannot be forgiven. Phaedros was a threat, not just to himself and the guild, but to others as well. I'm sorry it had to come to this. First, I need to finish cleaning up here and prepare Phaedros for a proper burial. I'll also secure the rest of his research and materials to ensure they don't fall into the wrong hands. And then I'll have to write a report. Ugh, I hate paperwork. There are so many better ways to spend my time. And then we'll talk about your next assignment.
As long as you get paid well enough. As long as you get enough pay, it's all good.
Now, that's better.
Unless work
Shame
hours
our
is
meeting
good.
had to be
That is
under these
definitely a good thing.
circumstances. Believe me, not all alchemists act like Phaedros. You seem all
I
right,
don't
though.
think I have yet, Iskew.
Charles's calm demeanor confirms that. Tell me, what made you join the guild? A big deal. Very lofty. But be careful, all right? Knowledge and its pursuit can come with a price. At some point, one might take just one step too far and uncover secrets that were never meant to be revealed. But I think you'll manage. So, what do you need? That's my role. Let's just say I'm a sort of guardian of alchemical ethics. But more seriously, I was assigned to this task. Apparently, I'm the best at playing nanny to misfits like us. Charles is my Croakmore, though he's far from a typical specimen of his kind. He won't bite your hand off. Unless, of course, he senses ill intent. At the moment, he trusts you, which is rather uncommon. I wouldn't call the process taming. It was something different. Let's say it involved a more invasive intervention. I found Charles just after he was born, abandoned by his mother, so I took him in. It was the perfect chance to examine his brain. While working on his exposed skull, I had to disrupt the areas responsible for his sense of belonging and aggression.
Oh, that's good. That's good that you can afford to
If this
take
were
less
a
hours.
question, I would say it's a valid one. To be honest, I don't know the exact answer. I assume it all depends on perspective. If we accept that the brains of living beings are a kind of biological mechanism, then perhaps I managed to redirect the function of that mechanism so that it operates based on different needs and perceives its place in the world differently. Yes, that seems likely. It's hard to say. While we share a guild, not all of us keep in regular contact. Many members aren't as open about their affiliation as I am. They have their own lives and obligations, some of which might be highly conflicting. The hierarchical structure of the regular Camelosian guilds isn't something we strictly adhere to in the Alchemist Guild. Each of us has freedom in our research, as long as we don't violate ethical guidelines. All I understand is that it's a form of ancient magic, supposedly discovered by Merlin, who used it to repel the weirdness. A menhir with burning weird fire can repel the weirdness on a far larger scale than a simple bonfire fueled by ethereal cobweb. Unfortunately, that's everything I know. As an alchemist, these are mysteries far beyond my knowledge or expertise. Lately, situations like this have been happening far too often. Some alchemists within our ranks are starting to rebel, or they're coming up with utterly ridiculous ideas. I really hope this doesn't become a recurring
Yeah,
pattern.
Skew, it's
To answer your question,
like
unfortunately,
4:20 in the morning
yes,
on Friday
it
for
was
him.
necessary. The rules of our guild set clear boundaries. Crossing them results in a response from us, one that becomes more severe the greater the transgression.
Yeah, exactly, Jana. Exactly, that's very important not to get burnt out. Especially as we get older. Gotta take care of ourselves.
I'm trying to conduct field research, but the last few weeks have been exceptionally frustrating. I lack the necessary specimens, and I'm not exactly equipped to gather them myself. I'm skilled with a lancet, not a sword. I heard you're trustworthy. But first, a warning. The task I have for you is unpleasant and messy. It involves extracting brain matter. But before you even get to that part, you'll need to risk your life to get close enough. I need brain centers from 3 creatures. A Nookalivi, a human infected with the Red Death, and a villager touched by the weirdness. I've heard stories about peasants on farmlands near Kunacht. They were unlucky that the Menhir stopped protecting the place where they lived. I'll reward you for each of the 3 brains, as long as they're intact. A bloody pulp is better suited as a snack for Charles. Each one ties into my field of study and interests. The Nookalivi is the result of the Red Priest's experiments, likely involving the weirdness. As for the afflicted humans, I suspect significant brain alterations occur during contact with the weirdness, as well as in the final stages of the Red Death. The Red Priests have written studies, but I'd like to see for myself. Until next time.
Okay, now she wants something to do. She wants me to do all that. Okay. Figure out where exactly I need to go. I guess I just need to go there. Okay. For me. Be too hard to find. Just trying to get a running start so I don't miss the jump. That would have sucked.
Being watched. I'll
There
have
we
your
go.
head on a pike.
And also know you. The start of Fall in the Sky is very nice. I like it.
My shield is a...
That's enough of that out of you two. You need to heal up a little. Didn't actually hurt that much, but I definitely needed to heal up. What's over here? Oh. Okay. That's... okay. Right, yeah. For that one, I have to go over to where this is. I might as well do that first, I guess. I just get lost very easily, so I have to keep checking my map and making sure I'm going in the right direction. So. Alright. Oh no, I'm generally in the right area for the... what? Oh. There. What are you doing up there? Oh, that's cool. I'm glad you're making some progress and having fun with it. Exploring around is definitely a good thing to do with those kind of games, those open world kind of games. Never know what you're gonna find. Might find some cool stuff that's gonna be really helpful. Make your life a bit easier. Similar to Elden Ring like that. I liked that about Elden Ring. That was something, I think that was part of the reason Elden Ring seemed a lot easier to me than the other Souls games, because it was not as restrictive as to where I can go. So those things, those croak moss, those things hurt. Those are Ochi. Don't know how I missed that one. It's nice. It's always fun to explore around and see what there is. None of that was what I was looking for. It's funny, those fucking things were around before, but they're not now that I'm actually looking for them. I know you as well. And die. I'm not entirely sure where that wolf went, and I don't particularly want to go swimming to go find out. We're looking for upgrade materials for the weapon you were using. Yeah, sometimes it takes a little while to find what you're looking for, but it's nice that you can explore around and find things that'll be helpful instead of getting stuck on, oh, I have to beat this thing to move on. I guess I trapped the bear behind the tree. Or rock. Whatever that is. Bear got stuck. Oh, I missed. Alright, I'll see you in a little bit. Askew, food is good. Get some food. Look up. It was a more level-based kind of thing, similar to the Dark Souls trilogy in level design. Yep, the level design for the first Code Vein was more similar to the Dark Souls trilogy in terms of how the levels are designed. It was level based and they were a bit more linear. Especially compared with Code Vein 2, definitely more linear. But, like, for me, there was still plenty of room for me to get lost. And I don't mean that in a negative way either at all. I'm just saying that that is a thing, that the level design was a little bit more linear. It definitely was not an open world. They got a lot more ambitious with the second one. And I think with Code Vein 2, I think they were also somewhat inspired by Elden Ring in terms of level design and world design. They wanted to make it more open world like Elden Ring because they saw everybody liked the open world design of Elden Ring. Which, I mean, you know, why not make something similar to something people like? And as far as I'm concerned, I don't care one way or the other if it's open world, as long as the world is well designed, the characters are compelling, and the enemies are fun to fight, and the bosses are challenging but fun. I like a good challenge, but I also don't like annoying crap. Welcome back, Askew. Ugh. Nice. That sounds tasty. I have so much food, that's probably a lot of what's weighing me down. You started Phantom Liberty and Cyberpunk last night. Nice. Yeah, the Phantom Liberty DLC definitely starts out really good. I was drawn in right away. And that's how you open a DLC for sure. It makes you very excited to see what happens next. The storyline is really good, and I'll probably have to see what decision you make with the story. I have to see what choices you make. See if you do the same thing I did. Yeah, Phantom Liberty is really good. I enjoyed it. The only problem I had with it is I had, I think, either 2 or 3 crashes when I was first starting out playing, when I first got to the DLC. And I got stuck once. Because I fell through something and got stuck. But that wasn't like terrible bad, and the getting stuck thing only happened the one time. Now, there are some choices you make, and there are some choices, as you know with Cyberpunk, there's always some choices you can make. So I'm eager to see if you make the same choices I did. I'll be keen to see that. Yeah, the story is very interesting and fun. He's got far enough to get to the DLC, so you haven't started it yet. So you haven't gotten to the DLC just yet. And like you haven't actually gotten the story kicked off yet. Okay. Well, I think you're gonna have a lot of fun with it. And it's definitely gonna, like I said, it pulled me in right away. Recruited Reed. Okay, so you did the actual story bit where you have to do the story. Okay. Like the more linear part, you got past that, so now you can actually freely explore. That's cool. Okay, I need to grab a mana potion. Some description. Well. Oh, wrong target, but that works too. I win. Good. Then you can knock out whatever stuff you want to get done before you actually dig into the DLC, and then you can jump into that. As I said, I thought it was pretty good, and I think that the story for the DLC is very interesting. It pulled me in real quick. Like I said, I had a couple of crashes when I was first getting started in the DLC. I think it was like really super early on, before I got to the point where you're at now. And then I also had a thing where I think it was during the opening sequence, I fell through something and got stuck.
Welcome back, Wanderer. Certainly.
But the crashing seemed like it was more of a random thing. And me falling through something, well, that's not the first time that's happened, and not the only game it happens in. Not the first time I've fallen through something and gotten stuck. And when I was first playing Cyberpunk, actually, funnily enough, my first playthrough, the only real major issue I ran into was I did get stuck, because I was riding a bike and crashed into something and got stuck in a building. And that was like the only real major issue I had to deal with my first time around before they updated and fixed everything. And then I started having more issues when they started fixing things, which I thought was a little suspicious. Ah, okay. Yeah, I had this game crash on me once when I was first starting. I was first starting out, had the game crash right away. But that's the only thing that's happened with this game. I had it crash once. Yeah, in Cyberpunk, I've gotten stuck in things a couple times, a few times actually. But yeah, and that was the only real issue I had with the DLC. I was getting stuck. Well, that's good, Jana. When I played, speaking of enemies glitching through things, reminded me when I played Horizon Forbidden West. I think it was for the first time. I think it was Forbidden West. I played for the first time. I was playing it on PlayStation, and I had an issue where one of the raptor enemies hit me and knocked me through the texture of the rock. I was stuck inside a rock. I was stuck inside a cliffside. I was able to attack the thing and kill it, but I was stuck inside the texture. That was just kind of a funny thing to me. I just laughed about it and reloaded. I know it happened on stream too. I think that was Horizon Forbidden West when that happened. Yeah, Skew, apparently that's a kind of a common thing that used to happen it used to happen a lot to people, and still is a thing that happens occasionally. I didn't really use my car, actually, much. I walked, because driving in that game sucks, in my opinion, unless you're driving a bike. Like, the only vehicle I've been able to proficiently drive in Cyberpunk is a bike. I was using a controller, actually, my last playthrough. And I'm still not good at driving. That might just be a me thing too. I'm not good at driving vehicles in that game. Not used to how they handle. I don't really like having to deal with traffic and everything anyway, so I just walk most of the time. It's easier for me. I just know something I don't want to know. Nope, I did not sell anything. So. Well, John, I have never seen that. I never saw that happen. But that is funny. That's probably a good idea, yeah. Yeah, vehicle handling in Cyberpunk is a little bit on the weird side. Like I said, the only vehicle I could actually drive in Cyberpunk was it was when I was riding the bikes. I could drive pretty well. I could drive bikes pretty well. But actual vehicles, not so much. Horizon Zero Dawn and Forbidden West are both great games, in my opinion. I definitely recommend a playthrough of each of them at least once. I did not as much like the DLC for Forbidden West, but I liked the base game a lot. I know with Lords of the Fallen, I think they focused a lot. I think the developers focused more on optimizing it for PC, so they might not have messed around with the console version too much. Like, I know they updated and optimized both versions, but I think they were more focused on trying to make it run well on PC. I played through both games on PlayStation. I played Zero Dawn on PS4 and played Forbidden West on PS5. And then when they came to PC, I played Zero Dawn when that came to PC, and then I played Forbidden West with the DLC when that came to PC. So I actually played through both of them twice at least, and I actually have... I think I have 2 playthroughs on my playlists for Forbidden West and Zero Dawn. I don't think I did, but I have random streams here and there. Because I think I was not on YouTube at the time when I was playing Zero Dawn. That was quite a while ago. But if you haven't played it in years, I will maybe just start over or watch Tifa, because she's playing Zero Dawn right now. And she's still pretty early on in the game. And just kind of get a refresher of what's going on in the world. I was not able to make it yesterday because I was driving home from work. I was actually driving home from work at the time when she was streaming. But I've been trying to watch her play that because I like the game. I like it a lot, so I want to watch her play it. That's fun because also she plays it differently than I did, so... Fun to see a different playstyle. Oh, really? You respawned? Well, maybe if she had done that, I might have been able to make it. Traffic was kind of annoying on the way home yesterday, so I was actually driving her home still at the time. Last time she streamed before that, I was there pretty much the whole time. That was her first episode of Zero Dawn. I was there for that. I just had to be lurking because I was doing other stuff. But I wanted to be there and watch that in as much as I could. Like I said, I enjoy that game a lot. I mean, I liked it enough to play through it twice, and same with Forbidden West. And also, I think with Forbidden West, I may have streamed some of my New Game Plus as well. I know, Ghost of Tsushima, I did like one stream from PS5, and then I am almost positive I did a complete playthrough on PC. In fact, I'm like pretty sure I did do that. And I also did more with that one when I played it on PC. Really? Well, I got all my health back when I leveled up. Nice. Alright, I'll take that. I will take that. Save me the trouble. Yes, I know I need to set a bonfire so I can level up. Oh, I'm not doing that. And none of this stuff is what I actually need out here. I can't find the thing I'm actually out here for. Now they're hiding from me. I found several before. They did. Elder where? Evidently a location I haven't been to yet. Feeling more confident now that I can actually kill stuff. You. Hey, I was looking for you. Looking for one of you. Hey, Trick Sheep. How you doing? Glad you can make it. Hey, Val. Glad you can make it. How you doing? Thank you so much, Trick Sheep. I appreciate that. I was in combat, so I wasn't paying attention to chat just now. I appreciate that, Trick. Thank you so much. Found what I was out here for. One of the things I was here for. Get down from there. Okay. So I need to go over here. There's a bunch of stuff over here I need to do. I'm glad to see you. Thanks for showing up. Thanks for being here. I really do appreciate y'all being here to hang out with me, spend time and spend time here, and I hope y'all enjoy the content. I'm definitely having a good time with it. Oh, interesting. Need different upgrade materials for the different weapons. I suppose that would make sense if there were a different class of weapons. I don't know if that's just different weapons in general. I know I need to set a campfire so I can level up. Eating breakfast. What are you having for breakfast, Val? As we always seem to end up talking about food at some point. People are always telling me what they had for food. Not that I mind, I enjoy the conversation. Just funny to me. I always end up talking about food in some form. Oh, hey, titanium. Another way. I specifically don't like those things. The I-beam shit, they do hurt. Fried egg, brown, rare toast. Nice. Sounds like a good breakfast, huh? Hash brown. Gotcha. Fried egg, hash brown, and square and toast. Nice. That sounds tasty. Ah, that's good, huh? You like the big bonk, huh? Big bonk is fun, but it's very slow. Like for me, for my taste, it's a little slow, but it is very satisfying. And of course, coffee. Yeah, I might need to get myself some more of that soon. For some reason, I woke up earlier than usual today. I had a little time to prepare my stream, but then ended up doing other things and not getting my stream prepared.
You doing okay?
Oh, you're not gonna attack me.
Wanderer. By the word. The Inquisitors of the... I hope we...
Oh, okay. That's related.
Of course,
him.
may the grace of the word, if your path go with our...
I just thank you.
As I mentioned before...
I just thank you again. Like that. And that. You have a Mr. spell, but I don't have any. You have an absorption spell also, but I would have a use for that. But I don't especially care if I get... I don't especially care if I get the one spell from him that he has. I don't especially care a whole lot.
Farewell, blessed soul.
I'm actually more happy that he helped me lose weight, so I'm not overweight anymore. Now, save my game. And I'm gonna be right back a minute, because I need to use the restroom. Alright, I'm back. It's also helpful if I put the headset I'm actually using on.
Oh, hello there.
I put on my other headset. Just about. Picked it up, looked at it, and I was like, that's not the one I use when I'm streaming. I have a different headset I use for general gaming that, because, great headset, but the noise cancellation on the mic sucks ass. So, I use a different headset for streaming. Yeah, so you can at least listen to me. You can at least listen and get an idea of what's going on. A lot of people have my... I think a lot of people put my stream up and go do other things and just listen. I think that's nice to just have a little bit of background noise, have something going on. You can pay attention you can pay attention to it or not. But I appreciate you being here all the same. I like conversation, but I also appreciate just having people here to hang out. If you just want to lurk and hang out, I'm good with that. Gotta hang out while you do other things, I'm good with that also. I definitely prefer chatting, but I'm good with it if you want to just have me on for background noise or whatever. You get out of here. Really, you are very annoying, you know that? Get out of here. Well, thank you so much for killing your friend for me, so I don't have to do that. Now I stab you in the throat. Straight up killed your friend for me. Thank you. That was funny. He straight up killed his friend for me. Oh, that's the apparition. I don't think I'm in the mood to fight with that thing right now. I'm gonna save. Now I'm gonna try it. Oh, I ain't doing shit. Yeah, I can take help any way I can. Always funny it's always fun when they help me out. Oh, I am gonna leave that thing completely alone. I want nothing to do with it. I want exactly nothing to do with it. I'm not doing shit for damage on him. He's fast and he hurts. I think I can live without fighting with him right now. The bonfire because there's something in the way. There we go. Sometimes it's helpful to not have your AI companion helping you up. That's good to know. More attack speed is probably going to be helpful a little bit. I don't like that apparition. I think I'm going to leave it completely alone. You can just have fun existing. Level 38.
Well, if you want to buy eggs, go talk to the missus. Though consider yourself warned, you eat them at your own peril. No need to worry. Yeah, the missus told me to say that to anyone asking after the eggs. Or grains, or veggies, or anything, really. So they know not to come crying if they find ears growing in unmentionable places. Not that it happens very often. Just, you know, what you see is what you get.
Sometimes the effects for their abilities get in the way. Yeah, that makes sense. Good reason.
I see. You're with those Camelotians who want to run us out. We've already told your lot. We ain't going anywhere. If we die here, then so be it. And I ain't talking about it no more, so don't even try. Nothing wrong. Well, not at the moment. We'll see how the next crop comes in. It's been a bit hit and miss lately. The wheat was a nice surprise because, you know, it's the wrong season, and we were worried about the glowing. But it turned out to be perfectly good wheat. On the other hand, the turnips were not so good. We fed them to the pig as we always do, and it turned her inside out. Poor thing, eh? Maybe it's time to move the plots within the range of the weirdness repellents again. Aye, that we do. It was getting into the crops one way or the other, so why not use it, you know? You see, with the weirdness, sometimes it's good and sometimes it's not. But the good has saved us from starving to death. I ate potatoes that looked like pig hearts and carrots that tasted like what standing in a field in the middle of the night feels like. All perfectly nice food. I say, it's better to have a meal that's a tiny bit different than what you're used to, than not to have one at all. And make my missus a widow? Pah! The whole area's full of monsters, and they sure ain't edible. We tried that once, and, well, let's just say we never tried it again. Aye, it may be. But it's not like we got a long stretch to live, the missus and I. We didn't want to just lie down and wait for death. And I bet we ain't the only ones. What else are folks to do in this blasted weather? All ready for winter, but winter won't come. And if winter won't come, neither will spring. The last normal harvest came and went ages ago. I'm telling you, if not for the weirdness, we'd all be dead by now.
That's always good to do. It's good to understand what everything means.
You lost or what? Another one? We've had enough strangers in Kunacht. You lot bring nothing but trouble. Which ones do you want to hear about? The Camelotians who want to take Armenir and rob us of our land? Or the Red Priests knocking on everyone's door and dragging people out into the streets? We already had enough problems without all those prissy arseholes adding to them. Pah! They say they're looking for people sick with the Red Death, but all they do is drag decent people out of their homes and haul them off to all mother knows where. And people still get taken by the plague, so what good are they? Bunch of quacks. The Camelotians are saying our Menhir is dying, and when it goes out, we'll get snuffed by the weirdness. Vipers, the lot of them! Yvain brought them here a while ago to help with the Kunacht. That's what he told us, anyway. And now? Now they want to take our Menhir. Pah! Not just the Menhir. They want to take everything. They're saying all the folks here will have to move. All mother only knows where. My old man won't hear a word of it. And you know what? I don't blame him. We've worked too hard. We've gone through too much to just leave everything behind. Aye, why no? Everyone says me auntie's girl got touched by the weirdness. But she's still here, ain't she? Besides, we know the weirdness. We live with it every day. If it kills me, then so be it. There's no much left for me in this world anyway. Go talk to her and you'll see. I might be an old woman, but I am no one to gossip. Our priestess, or rather, Yvain's priestess, because we haven't seen hide nor hair of her in ages. She took Ailey in, and that ended up being a blessing for us all. She might be a little odd with that eye of hers, but she's a sweet girl. I know some do. The two brothers from the neighbouring farm, they can't wait to be rid of that place. But it's no wonder, with the life they've had there. Not to sound like an old woman, but I'd say their farm is cursed. You see, there's an old well on their field, right at the very edge. If you go there at night, you can hear something wailing and growling inside. Truth be told, if I were in their shoes, I'd have run for the hills ages ago. Maybe they will, maybe they won't. Makes no difference to me. They could promise me a palace and I still wouldn't leave. This farm belonged to my father, and it belonged to his father before him. When my older brother died, I promised Pa I would nae let this place fall to ruin. I hoped to pass this land on to my children, but, well, they ended up buried in it. It's only fair that I should rest here with them. Ha! Welcome in, you say, when your lot just barges in and takes whatever you please. Like old Norm's woodshed. That got requisitioned by Camelot. They shoved some fancy paper in his face and said, "This is ours now." They say it's all fair because no one got compensated. But what about us, huh? We lent Norm our best axe ages ago, and he left it in that bloody shed. Why? Huh. Maybe you do. But I don't trust folks who offer things for free. They always want something sooner or later. We may not have much,
Yeah, well, I was
but
thinking
we're
that
honest folk.
he does.
Bring
Sounds
me
like a
back
dwarf.
that axe and I'll pay you. Just don't get caught. Eggs, some veggies. There's no much to spare, but we share what we can.
Convenient that on the shop. couple of new quests. I'm talking to her. That's always good.
Eyes forward and mind your step.
I like it when things are quiet. Nice to see you!
As it turns out, that was a guard. I don't have to worry about him. Good. It's actually surprisingly pleasant. Alrighty. Oh, the axe wasn't the only thing in here, and I think I just got it out. Yep, you're dead. Oh, children. Means that there is a straw father. Probably. Alright. I killed all them that were being annoying. Okay.
What a nice day.
Where are you? Those things are annoying. Let's go check out the haunted well. The allegedly haunted well. And we'll see if there's anything to it. Apparently there's more to it than just the one. No, that thing plays. Not that it did any good, I have healing. Even so, that poison doesn't last real long, so that was a big deal either way. I know that is weird stuff, I can't get. But on the other hand, I can. Like that. This thing's been living down here for a little while. Maybe it dies well. I'm just gonna assume it's hostile. Most things out there generally, yeah. Okay. I just talked to the and I think about that.
Good day to you. Well, I'll be damned. They actually work. Fields look almost normal now. They'll help, sure. Keep the worst of the weirdness at bay. At least for now. That's more than we've had in years. Hard to say. A season, maybe. Maybe more, if we're lucky. The weirdness doesn't exactly play by rules.
Oh, he didn't have anything useful there.
Come on. We can't sell Daisy. We're gonna need her.
What we're going to need is money. And she'll fetch a good price.
We still need to move somehow, don't we? She could pull the cart.
We have Clover for that. Look, I know how much this horse means to you, but I've already talked to Dinholm. He's willing to pay a lot of gold for her.
But what if we...
No, Gil. Enough. We're selling her, and that's that. If you're interested in buying a horse, look somewhere else. This one's spoken for. She'll be going all the way to Camelot. Aye. Man's name is Denholm. Seems important. Lots of men with him. They're here for the minute. Haven't you heard? They're moving everyone. Something to do with that menhir of ours. Don't really care either way. As long as they keep their promises and give us a better place to live. Don't know yet. But we're strong and we're not afraid of hard work. I'm a decent carpenter and Gil is good with horses. I'm sure we'll find something for ourselves. Aye, and Ma and Pa would rather us alive somewhere else than dead here. That's one way of putting it. His farm belonged to our grandfather. My parents were tending it, but he was the one in charge. Both Ma and Pa died when Gil was still small. That left us with just dear old Grandpa. And he was a nasty piece of work. Drunk most of the time. Built like a barn door. That's something Gil got from him, I guess. He liked beating me to a pulp and telling me I was worthless. I remember he had this belt with a heavy iron buckle, shaped like a horse's head. He got it for his service as the master of horses at Warrior's Fair. Man, That one hit hard. Shame the old codger took it with him to his grave. I wish I could have kept it. So when I see some lowlife beating their kid, I could use it on them just like Grandpa taught me. What? Where the hell did you get that? A weird beast. So what does that mean? Grandpa got drunk, fell into the well, and got turned into a monster? That would have been rich. But strange. Gil swore that he saw him walking into the woods. Nah, that's not it. He told me he waited all night, but Grandpa never came back. I was in bad shape that day, so I didn't care either way. I don't think we've ever talked about it afterwards. No matter. As long as the old fart's dead, I don't care how it happened.
I hope that Camelotian knows what a treasure he's getting. Daisy's not just any horse. She's best one he'll ever have. It does give you some hope, doesn't it? The lanterns make it feel like the farm can breathe again, even if it's just for a while. That's more than we've had in years. I get where Rob is coming from, but this place is home. It's where our parents tried to build their lives. Leaving feels like giving up on everything they worked for. Yeah, it did. What else did my brother tell you? Yes. I saw him walking towards the woods. He never came back. It was an accident, I swear. I was at the stables. It was getting cold and Rob hadn't shown up to fetch me, so I went home. I saw Rob lying on the floor. He wasn't moving and he was covered in blood. And Grandpa was kneeling over him, just hitting and hitting. I begged him to stop, but he wouldn't listen. So I grabbed the iron pot and then he just crumpled. Afterwards he was so still, I didn't know what else to do. So I dragged him to the well. That wailing thing was Grandpa. Oh God, may the All-Mother have mercy on me. What have I done? I never meant for this to happen. I just wanted him to leave my brother alone. Are you going to tell Rob? You're right. I will. I'll tell him everything. I just hope he won't hate me.
Got some fresh carrots today. You can eat your fill. Difference? Sure, it's brighter. Safer, maybe. But let's not pretend this fixes everything. The weirdness isn't going anywhere. It's just waiting for its next chance. Those lanterns are a patch, not a cure. The weirdness didn't just take our fields. It took our neighbours, our friends. You cannae fix that with lanterns. Don't think I'm not grateful. I am. But it's hard to celebrate when you know it won't last. These lanterns may keep the crops safe, but they won't bring back what we've lost. And don't expect me to start singing the Red Church's praises. Ha! I'd sooner thank the chickens for laying eggs than thank a red priest for anything. Ha! You really did! Camelot didn't give you any trouble.
Yeah, I agree, Val. The quest design in this game is very good.
Huh. Maybe there was something to all those tales about Norm after all. He always seemed so polite. Helped my Reese figure out the best way to grow wheat outside the repellers. It just goes to show you never really know your neighbours, eh? Well, here's the payment I promised, and some freshly picked veggies too.
Yeah. Yeah, I know there are people who would compare this to Skyrim, but it really doesn't compare. Because there's a lot more going on in this game. I like how you can get quests just by talking to random people too. Like anybody can give you a quest. Okay. I never did turn that. Anyone can give you quests of some description. And some of the quests are, just go figure it out kind of thing. There's not always a hand-holdy guide. Yeah, and there's always a satisfying payoff for the quest. Not just, oh, get 10 bear pelts. Oh, thanks. See you later.
Eyes forward, and mind your step.
Oh. I remember what this is about.
Such inconspicuous little things. They may still appear to be mere banalities, and yet they become more.
I forgot that I had to give this guy unidentified items.
Returned unscathed, all to retrieve a few items for me, as if it were nothing. Oh, you've become a true marvel. Yes, of course.
Also, the gameplay is very challenging. Is challenging enough where it feels really satisfying.
You see, from all the documents I've read and the research notes I've studied, I always believed that the way your treatment was conducted was for the...
It kicks your ass at first, and you can
it was meant to be the
eventually
key to
overcome it.
curing the Red Death. But now, I'm not so sure that the people who orchestrated your stay with us had the same goal in mind. Of sorts. I hope you'll forgive my little ruse, but I needed some answers myself. And you've delivered them in a most satisfactory manner. Not that I expected anything less of you. I don't think so. From everything I've seen, you were just supposed to be ordinary Avalon rabble, but with the potential to become something more. I don't have all the details about your case, especially concerning the Red Death, but something must have been done right, since you're not infected now. Sadly, the research was never completed. Now, I know we've never had that kind of relationship, but would you perhaps be willing to lie down and let me rummage a bit? Well, you can't begrudge me for trying. From what I understand, your natural affinity for the weirdness was enhanced. You see, Centuries of living on this island have led to more and more people developing a certain tolerance for it. Sometimes that tolerance can evolve into agreeability. It does, however, take time, so you were given a push. As for the exact methods, well, I'll spare you the gory details. Besides, at this point, you know the results better than I do. Speaking of which, would you mind sharing the details of your current state? Really? That was it? What a colossal waste. The man ran from the Red Death in the homelands. How is he supposed to help us now? All that time, all those sacrifices, were they for nothing? What use is a dead king against the plague that followed him across the sea? This may be a battle, but it cannot be won by simply hitting things with a sword. I'm sorry, I just got incensed, you know, as you should, because it means all your suffering was for nothing. Oh, I know I don't, but I can recognize futility when I see it. Those who arranged your escape from the island asylum were also the ones responsible for your capture. Everything that was done to you was at their behest. I don't know much more. They've always been incredibly secretive. Honestly, I was more focused on the results than on who was behind it all. But then they took you away, before anyone could achieve anything meaningful. You've given me much to ponder. And let's hope your next visit proves equally enlightening.
You lost, or what?
No, I am not lost. I was talking to presumably your boss. I don't see. Let's see where that goes. Maybe he's in there.
Yes, I've already heard about the fields. They're glowing like beacons in the dark. Well done, truly. Here's your reward. You've not only helped the farmers, but you've also helped me ensure that this town has a fighting chance. Of course, there's more to this than just glowing fields and happy farmers. You see, the men here staying here is strategically important. Kunacht is a perfect transfer point for us. Priests, supplies, knowledge, all flowing to the island asylum. If the men here were moved, or if its strength were undermined, we'd lose that advantage. And believe me, the church doesn't give up advantages lightly. So, yes, helping the farmers improves our standing. But don't mistake it for charity. We need this town stable. For now, anyway. You've done well, but remember, everything here serves a greater purpose. A noble sentiment, I'll give you that. But safety is fleeting, my friend. It's the forces behind the safety, the ones pulling the strings, that truly matter. Still, you're right. The people are safe, and that's not nothing. Now, given that you've proven yourself eager to help the people of Connacht, can I ask you for one more thing? A small favor, just for me this time. That's what I like to hear. Simple, practical. This is for Lily, a really religious girl not far from here. I'd go myself, but my duties keep me tethered. Deliver it to her and you'll have my gratitude. And my coin.
Alright, well, I'm curious about something, so I'm gonna check it out if I don't get distracted along the way. First, I'm gonna go finish this quest. I'll have to do this up here and talk to them. If I don't get distracted, and I immediately get distracted.
Haven't seen you at prayers lately. What's wrong? Finally figured out Kai's blessing doesn't shine on two-faced harlots?
Is that why you're here, Ludger? Really? If it is, then get out of my house.
What? You think I came here to bring news from your lover? I don't know who you've been spreading your legs for, but if you tell me, I'll happily let him know you're waiting for him like the hussy you are.
Shut up! You're disgusting! I only let you in because we're supposed to be brothers and sisters in the word. But if this is how you act, you're not welcome here. Now piss off.
This isn't over, Lily. The truth will come out, whether you like it or not.
I'm sorry you had to see that. Ludger is... not the best of us. Is there anything I can help you with? I don't know. You see, the Red Church has been holding these meetings for people in Connacht interested in the way of the word, and I really like them. Brother Fabius or Brother Vitus usually share the Prophet's teachings and then lead us in prayer. Ludger attends as well, but he's very zealous. I think he wants to become a Red Priest, though how following me around and yelling obscenities is supposed to help with that, I have no idea. I've been better. Some days I feel like the Prophet is testing me. I'm trying to walk my path, but it seems to be made of hurdles. I do. Why? Is that so odd? The Prophet has always felt more tangible, you know? The priestesses always say that the All-Mother guides and watches over us, but I've never felt it. Now, the Prophet teaches that we are to walk our path and listen to the word, and everything that happens is just a part of our pilgrimage. With every step, we move closer to the truth. It makes me feel more grounded, like my life has meaning no matter what happens. That's not true. Well, I mean, I've heard rumors about terrible things happening in the island asylum, but Brother Fabius says that everything the priests are doing there is for the good of the people.
They are trying to cure the Red Death, and I've seen what that can do. I'm not happy that people are suffering, but maybe, thanks to their sacrifice, one day we won't have to live in fear anymore. A letter from Brother Phobius. Let me see. Oh. So he's not coming. Bollocks! Stupid bastard! What am I supposed to do now? I can't wait much longer. What I need right now is to punch someone. Oh God, this is a nightmare. I'm not sure. This is so embarrassing. But if Phobius gave you that letter, it means he finds you trustworthy, right? Right. So, Phobius and I, we love each other. We've been meeting in secret for a while now, and I'm pregnant. I haven't told him yet. I was really hoping he'd come today, but he didn't. Ludger did. Like a damn hound sniffing out my misfortune. Now I can't go to Phobius, and I can't go to Nyonte because that moron will be following me around, causing a scene. We're not having an affair. That word is so ugly, so sinful, and it's not like either of us is married. Yes, Phobius has his duties to the Red Church, but that's different. He's not betraying anyone or anything. We just... That's because you don't know him like I do. He's different when it's just us. He talks about how much he wants to help people, but it's hard for him. Everyone's always trying to drag him down. That's why he might seem cold or distant sometimes. That's not who he really is. She has those herbs for women when they're in trouble. I really want to keep this baby, but I doubt Phobius will want it, and I can't raise it on my own. Knot is small, and the people here, well, you've met Ludger. I wouldn't have a moment of peace. I don't even want to think about how they'd treat my baby. I'd rather end it now than let it live a miserable life. And go where? With what? I have no family left, and I barely have enough to get by as it is. Should I risk my child starving to death with no roof over our head? How is that any better? I really want to tell him, but now... I don't know. I'm not sure it'll change anything. I just want this to be over. I'd like there to be, I think. But I don't even know where to start. Who would take in a mother and her child? People aren't that kind. I've heard the Temple of the All-Mother used to help with things like this before it changed. But that was a long time ago. Still, if you do find something, another option, I'd be grateful to know. Thank you.
And Fabius is the father, isn't he? The shining star of the Red Church, always playing the savior. Yes, I know about them. Lily was once a devoted follower of the All-Mother. Then that priest seduced her with his word, of course. I feared it would end this way. Poor girl. It's no easy thing, bearing such a burden alone. I wish she had come to me sooner. Yes, I can. If she wants to keep the child, the priestesses of the Titan Steps can take her in, care for her, and ensure both mother and baby are safe. It won't be easy, but she won't have to face it alone. But if she isn't ready for that path, there are other options. I can prepare herbs to help her, though I'll need a few ingredients if you want them quickly. Common enough. I'll give you the list. Gather them and I'll prepare what she needs. Tell her the All-Mother's light shines brightest in the darkest of times, and that she's not alone. Not while I'm here.
Help a soul out on your journey, will you? Oh, hello there.
Alright, I'm gonna check this out real quick. Alright. I've had a treasure chest with nothing that's current. That might have been interesting to find earlier. I'm gonna check a few more things out. I don't know if they're enough. Alright. I think I'm done exploring around on this now. Alrighty, I think that's gonna be it for today. Thanks for watching. Hope you all enjoyed. Don't forget to like and subscribe, ring the bell if you haven't done all that already. Feel free to check out my links down in the description below. I appreciate y'all being here, hope y'all had fun. And I will see y'all next time. Bye bye.